Hello students, today we discuss part 2 of the chapter 6, that is cyber ethics. Okay, in our last session, in a previous video, we have discussed what is e-commerce. So in this video, what is cyber ethics, we will learn which are the digital property rights protections, what is open source software, which are the open source license, which are the terminology associated with the open source, and freedom of the information in which a country, and digital divide. So this all point you will learn in this video. Okay, so first is digital property right protection. So various way we can protect our digital property rights, like anti-tamper solution. Anti-tamper software is a software which make it harder for an attacker to modify it. This software is available on internet, you can freely download, and so that after installing it is difficult for attacker to modify our documents. So this way we can protect our data. Legal clauses, you put legal clauses like accept the term and condition whenever you put any digital property rights. Okay, and limit the sharing of the source code. You never allow your original source code to be copied. You can use the DRM, that is digital right management solution, so that none can scrap off a code from it, no one can copy of your original source code. So this is a way we can protect our digital property. So now we discuss what is open source philosophy and software license. So what is open source? You know that open source means you can freely download from the internet. The term open source refers to something people can modify, share, because it is designed publicly accessible. Okay, you can freely download any software from the internet, you can modify it also and redistribute. Freely download software from internet, so that is known as a open source. So what you can do on free software, that is mentioned I have here, the freedom to run the program after downloading any software. You can run the program in your system, so that is a freedom of your software. After downloading a software or program, to study how the program works and adapt it to your needs. This is also open source and free software. Like you can download the program, after downloading you check the source code, how actually program written, and then after you can redistribute. It means you can sell also this program. So this is a functionality of free and open source software. And last is the freedom to improve the program, release your improvement. So we can improve the program and release the new version of the program. So this is called as a free software, open and free software. And examples of the free softwares, Linux kernel, Apache server, GIMP, that is GNU image manipulation program, or PostgreSQL. These all are the examples of the free software. So now we discuss about the terminology associated with the open source. So following are the terminology associated with open source. What exactly, like open source is free, but few terms you must aware about, like freeware. What is a freeware? Freeware is not to be confused with the free software, most often proprietary, that is distributed at no monetary cost to the end users. Like it is available to end user with a free of the cost, but we do not have a source code. For example, there is an internet browser, you can download from the internet. Here source code for the freeware is typically not made available, like how actually design the internet browser. Clear? So this is the freeware that is open for us, but the source code is not available for us. Next is proprietary software. Proprietary means this is a non-free computer software for which the software publisher or another person retain the intellectual rights, usually copyrights of the source code. Here we authorize to the other person to take the original copyright of the source code. So here take the permission of our data, and then you work on that data. So proprietary means you take the permission of your source code data. This is not available freely. You have to pay the charges for the proprietary software. Now next is shareware. What is shareware? Shareware is initially provided free of the charge to the users, but often a period of time the license fees is to be paid. Like initially it is available free, but later on we will charge it. An example of the shareware is Adobe Acrobat 8 Professional, WinRAR. These are example of shareware, open source terminology. And last one is FOSS and FLOOO. FLOSS. So what is meant by FOSS? FOSS means free and open source software. Okay, this software you can download free. And what is my open? Open means you like check the coding for this software, like how actually these are designed. And then after you work on the source code and redistribute and sales also. And so hopefully everyone understand what is my free and open source software. FLOSS means that is free and liberal and open source software. Here source code is freely available. You can upgrade the source code and redistribute by the users. The live example I can say that is Odoo software, that is a free and open source. You can download Odoo software. Odoo is a very famous software. So you can download, and you can check the source code, and you modify and redistribute the software. So hopefully everyone very much clearly understand the all terminology associated with the open source. So now license of the open source terminology, like few open source there is a license is available in which what we can do and what we cannot do. Here I just specify, like that is the first is GPL, that is general public license. Okay, in which we can commercial use, you can modify the open source, we can distribute also, but we cannot take the sub license. Okay, the few things we can do, this is open source in which there is a few restrictions are there that we cannot do. So and various type of open source license available in the market, like Apache license, MIT license, and various like prawns and not prawns, various things we can do and cannot do. Next is public domain software versus proprietary domain. Okay, public means you can it is freely you can upload. It is in public domain, usage is free, no ownership such a copyright or trademark is required. Software in the public domain can be modified, distributed or sold even without attribution by anyone. Like you can public domain, like you can say about the blog on internet. We create our own blog, we can add the data, and we can like sell also, like redistribute also. So this is an example of the public domain. And proprietary domain, this is a non-free computer domain for which software publisher or another person retain the intellectual property right, usually copyrights of the source code. An example is private cloud. Private cloud means you will take the authority for the few space, and then after you access the data. So hopefully everyone understand public and proprietary software. Now freedom of information. Freedom means you can you see that like individual states have a different rights. So how much freedom of information we have? So like individual country have a individual freedom of information. Here the access to the information available on the internet can be restricted by the government. Like few website we cannot open, so these are restricted by our government. It is not equally accessible to the all parts of the country. Some parts in which there is a good access is available, but in another part of the country, like I am talking about states, so two states have a different freedom of information is available. So and our last topic is digital divide. Digital divide means digital divide refers to the gulf between those who have a ready access to the computers and the internet and those who not. That means like our digital information are divided into the parts, so that how it is divided, like as I already see in a like few country we can have a no restriction, it is easily available. So it is based on this following two reason, like technology is reached to the place. So based on the technology reach, the digital divides are work, and digital literacy means how much publics are aware about the digitality. So based on that, digital divides work. So hopefully everyone understand the concept of freedom of information and digital divide. So this is just ending. Hope everyone understand.